Was this her, or was this supposed to be a video that she's playing? Let's listen.
But thanks to a need to continue to pull on the heart.
See, that's her voice. First she was playing a video, then she started talking. Who is that?
But thanks to a need to continue to pull on the heartstrings and insult the intelligence of viewers, she now sounds more like this.
Marcella was the one who put the name Monique Tobert on my radar. I'm telling y'all that. It was Marcella. And by the way, let me be fucking clear. That is the avatar. Kenya Monique Gibson, that's her. Taisha and her glasses was over there with the other snakes, child. So she dreamed about the avatar killing her, right? And then you go back over to the avatar's channel. The avatar, she said that she don't have no problem with the avatar. Telling me about the emergency surgery for her dying husband. She even talked about, she called Gabor boring. You just saw it. I might as well put all these snakes out there. I don't care. Now, this is the last email that I ever got from Marcella. And this was her saying that she would never betray me or right. And, you know, I heard that Marcella even said that she just can't believe that Nosy did that and she was never for the doxing Marcella. Marcella sent me Monique Tobert's address. Monique Tobert was not even on my radar until Marcella put Monique Tobert on my radar. Now, this is Marcella telling me that the avatar made a donation to her the thing for the charity for the underprivileged children and then took the money back. You see that, right? She asked for a contribution back. The charity asked me not to share. I'm so unhappy that was for underprivileged children, not me. So she's all the way throwing the avatar under the fucking bus. Okay? She needs to stop. And then she said, oh, well, if I want to go back on the avatar's channel, I will. Well, go, bitch. Anybody stopping you? She sent me, you see that? It says that is her cousin, Delwyn, sent me that email, the letter. So who is Delvin Prince? Because she called him Delwyn and then Delvin. Delvin Prince, isn't that the one that's supposed to be Monica's cousin? And isn't that light-skinned boy? Y'all remember that? She sent me screenshots of letters that he sent her. She was sending me everything. What are you talking about, Marcella? You were very much involved in everything. She sent me people's P.O. boxes. You're looking at it. Marcella sent me all kinds of information. And again, she sent me Monique Bernard Tobert's address, her age, phone number. See, Marcella's going to stop because I'm going to stop her, okay? Giving me the aliases. They call her Monica Allen. That was this is coming from Marcella, okay? Telling me the husband's name, Gerald Allen. I know this is not Marcella doing this. When Marcella act like she don't know why Nosy docs people. Is that Marcella saying that? Because y'all looking at these messages. That's why I sat there and screen recorded that shit and scrolled right through. Now, this was her telling me that that Wiley was never down with the avatar and that Tasha K told Wiley to go over to the avatar's channel to get the rest of her viewers. Remember she did a live and she said that she heard that Wiley was sent over there? Well, she told me, and you're looking right at it, this is from our messages, that she was told that Wiley was supposed to go over there and get all the rest of the avatar's viewers.
Now, did she come out at the time and say that she knew about this or no?
She had to known about it because she said, what, you mean the child P?
Right, I'm saying when you and I were being accused of the one spreading this.
Yes, she knew about it. And then another thing, I took a hail of bullets, gunfire after I did the live. Everybody's saying that it was me that started this vicious rumor. Now, as you can see from AT2's own admission on his own community tab on his YouTube, that he blamed on Yvette, which me and Heidi both said on both lives it was Yvette that told us. But where's the outrage? Where's the outrage that he blamed on Yvette, which me and Heidi both said on both lives it was Yvette that told us. But where's the outrage? Where's the outrage? And I took so much for that live. I lost subs, I lost money, I lost views because everybody had these people who are spreading these false scenarios about me because they just want to see me ruin, have my life ruined. They put so much into that.
It's okay.
It's disgusting. And here we go. Rabbit. You think Rabbit would have went live when she saw that everybody blaming me and Heidi and Monica? You think she went live and said, "No, I knew about it"? And did I say? And I was, fine, don't be a coward. I didn't say anything. And nobody knew this up until now. Because I could have posted this the day this happened and said, even Rabbit confirmed it. And the next day I could have posted it when I was getting so much crap for it. And I could have said, everybody's talking about it. Look, I said, and here's the proof.
You said Rabbit turned on you. What happened exactly?
Oh, well, she had to jump on the bandwagon, because I said a bad word. And, people are talking about it. So she had to make her money off of it, which makes her no better than anybody else.
Did she call you and ask you what happened? Did she call? No, she didn't call you.
No, not a message.
But she normally calls you and asks you for like details and stuff, right?
Not a text, nothing.
Okay.
John, I just got a message from Rabbit.
Read it, Heidi. John.
She says, I didn't know. I was responding to what Sweet Pea said. I haven't turned on him. Wow. So she's saying she's responding to you with the questions that you asked her. She gathered that.
Well, why would she say, you mean Child P? Like I said, did you hear about AT2 gratifying himself? She said, with Child P? That's a weird left field thing to say. The normal thing would say, oh my God, really? Ew. But
she's saying that she received that information from watching the Sweet Pea video.
Well, then she knew about it. But she didn't say, she never went live and said, I also knew about it. She never backed me up. She clearly knew about it. I'm not saying, I don't know why she's,
So you're hurt because she jumped on this bandwagon, calling you a racist without doing any research.
Nobody knows that people that were getting blackmailed. My grandfather was in the hospital. Nobody knows. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to just think the worst. Obviously they saw me crying hysterically. Like that was like the worst to me. Probably like the most epic. I mean, it was a full-fledged nervous breakdown. Like, I mean, I don't know how better to explain it. You guys watched it. But these are the things that brought me to it. Not this Rabbit thing. I'm just saying now because certain people like AT2 are saying, oh, John, again today, going against what you've already posted and proved that I started this again. And not only did John say the N-word, but he accused me of pedophilia. No, that again, this was out there. I never, ever started it. And I don't know how I can clear it up anymore.
Now, when she was going through that situation with implying that AT2 was a monkey and AT2 and other Black content creators was jumping down her throat. When did that happen, Heidi? That happened this summer, right? I think
sometime this summer. But just like I said, when we all talked on the phone, me, you, and Rabbit, I didn't even see bananas. All I saw was the color yellow.
Well, yeah, but you know, with Black people, when you put on bananas, immediately we think of monkey. You're saying that we're monkeys and that kind of thing. So I understand the correlation, but I think John is hurt because at that time, he didn't make any statements saying he's distancing himself from Rabbit. Because you know her not to be that type of person, right?
I thought I knew her, but now I see that she's no better than anybody else. Because she had plenty. John, I saw that you had a breakdown, like and she's talked to me plenty, and she couldn't say, "Are you okay?" Like, what brought you to that? Like, I always do in-depth, deep digging lives where I she gets every side, but no, she never even reached out to me, not once. And not saying that she had to, but I would think that somebody who wanted to do a live, who has talked to me about serious things in the past, might say, "John, like, what brought you to that?" Like. So, I mean, it is.
You felt you had that kind of rapport with her.
I'll show our whole screen conversation. I have nothing to hide. I did not send any messages. It is what it is. It
was friendly. It was friendly. Yeah.
And we have spoken plenty.
This is just a quick live to let y'all know that I have created a petition that I would like y'all to sign. Once you sign and share the petition, follow the instructions at the bottom of the petition. Since the video violated YouTube's community guidelines, John Yates received a warning for his hate speech. It is appalling that he only received a warning for such an offensive rant against Black people. And I'm going to play a few clips. Just a second.
John Yates lost my Christmas tree sponsor. I had nothing to do with that.
Well, maybe somebody.
But she can't take accountability, just like everybody else. She can't take accountability for things she did in the past. So instead, and she brings her fucking grandmother on a live. Where's her fucking grandmother? Because I want to know her fucking phone number, email, and IG, YouTube, or whatever. Let me send Jolene's grand fucking mother some shit that Jolene said, because a lot of people are out for fucking Jolene. A lot of people, because Jolene's a nasty cunt who has fucked over a lot of people with a racist, nasty fucking self. With Busy Blue, the fucking the house ninja who fucking sits there and says, "Oh yes, Miss Jolene, I'm nothing without you, Miss Jolene. I can't do nothing without you, Miss Jolene. I'll say whatever you can, Miss Jolene." And they had to get their own fucking. They had to start their own fucking new YouTube because they got in trouble, and now they had to start. Like, y'all don't fucking know. Y'all don't fucking know. And Busy is just a fucking dumb motherfucker who will suck the fucking teat of anybody that will give him fucking any type of day. Like Sherelle. If Sherelle told Busy, "Hey Busy, I need you on my," Busy would be like, "Oh yes, Miss Sherelle." Like, that's it. that's how this shit works. All these motherfucking flip floppers that just they don't. Busy Blue is the lowest of fucking low.
I know that we had communications. I know that she was texting me, and she was the one that was telling me beforehand information is being sent out. She told me that she was in communication with Down the Rabbit Hole. I can prove that. She told me she was in communication with Iron Troll, and when Nosy Hole channel went down, she told me that Down the Rabbit Hole and Iron Troll don't play that, and she said Nosy should have never fucked with them white people.
That other person over there, I believe that's where all this shit started from.
Yes.
From my own messages that I have the screenshots from. She's the person who started all this shit.
What the fuck?
Well, that's true because Teddy also has messages from Down the Rabbit Hole before the channel came where she messaged Teddy and she said something along the lines of Teddy that she wouldn't be able to really be in communication with Teddy because she was about to do something that would take her away from, I guess, communicating with Teddy, because she reached out to Teddy strategically after I had the falling out with Black Tea Blog and Jade in March, and I had my falling out with them, I believe, in February. So they reached out to Teddy, and they also reached out to other people that had fallen outs with, which is very, weird, because why are you reaching out to form alliances with people that I fell out with? And I didn't have any problem with Teddy.
So
I didn't do, me and Teddy never had a problem, but I think they reached out to Teddy because they knew that Teddy used to pop in and out of my channel. And they thought, not Teddy said, they thought, specifically Jane, because I didn't know who Down the Rabbit Hole was at that time. Jane thought that Teddy was connected to Tasha K. So I believe that's why they started attaching themselves to Teddy, because Teddy was Tasha K's moderator.
Why would Tasha K be below like who she is to deal with this shit?
Because Tasha K, listen, let's be realistic about this. Tasha K is an opportunist, respectfully, right? Tasha K only cares about what benefits her. I've been watching Tasha K since 2015. I've seen her fall out with Lovely T. I've seen her fall out with Armand. I've seen her fall out with Daytime Tea Times. I've seen her fall out with Camille's Corner. I've seen her fall out with what is her name? Nick at Night. And I've seen in all of these instances how she gaslights situations, how she get other YouTubers to attack these people. Trust me, these are dirty games, and trust me, I've seen them all come from in one way or another. Tasha K, she don't care about nobody. If you start making videos about Tasha K and you making enough noise, Tasha K will pop up in your chat, or one of her loyal moderators will start attacking you. They will start DMing you. They will start stalking you. Oh, it is a real thing. So she's not bigger than the program. Don't let the numbers make you feel like she's bigger than the program. She's not. She is just like everybody else.
Nosy had uncovered that there was an entertainment lawyer connected to them, a white dude. That is true. There was a lawyer, and there was also a former PR person for one of the Real Housewives of Orange County who was listed as part of that corporation.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. There were lawyers in the New Jersey area, and one of them had actually been convicted of crimes, I think. Is that right, Cups?
Benzie Valzino, whatever that Valzina person is. The disbarred lawyer. Yeah,
the disbarred lawyer. Yep. Connected to that as well. So this goes so much deeper than what people think.
That's why I said this is not just one person. You can't believe that one person can do all. This is a team. She said herself that the channel was already made for her when she came to YouTube. Who does that? And it only came out because, like I said, because John Yates had came out when he got upset because people started going, because I said something, her said something, because John Yates used the N-word, and when this whole situation had came, they were trying to, I guess, they took that from her. They started to petition on John Yates saying that he used the N-word and all this other stuff. And then that's when Shaky Fontaine came out and she started her own petition, saying, her petition had to be better.
Yeah, that's what happened, because her and us, her subscribers, started the first petition to get JY removed from YouTube.
Bringing knowledge to that.
We were actually going on Twitter and contacting YouTube advertisers and trying to get a hold of YouTube themselves, all of that stuff. And then whenever we started doing it, then the robot, then she came and then she started her own and acted like she was the one who started all this. This is what happened, okay? So number one, what happened was I had always there was something weird to me about Sunny, okay? But I went over there because Deb would, go over there and do shows with her and support her. And I knew that they were friends in real life. They were hanging out and stuff. But something was just really strange about it to me. And I had actually DM'd Princess a couple weeks before what I'm going to tell you happened. I had DM'd Princess, and I was like, I just don't trust her. And Princess was like, well, I hope not, because they're friends in real life. So I just kind of let it go. Well, it was 2 weeks later. About 2 weeks later, what happens? Sunny then chooses to side with Dani and Rabbit. Now, all along during this time, the robot was making videos about Deb. I mean, harassing him, talking about his, eggplant print, just all this stuff, trying to pull up information on him, threatening him, all this stuff. But Sunny is supposed to be his friend in real life, but then she goes on live saying that she has.
I think this is not little, by the way, y'all. Just want to let y'all know.
Oh my God.
She says that she has to part ways with Deb, and that she is basically going to take the side of the robot and Rabbit. So I went up, and so I was saying something in the chat. She was like, well, Jennifer, if you have something to say, come up here. So I did. And I said, it doesn't make sense to me that you say that you don't know who these people are, but you're choosing them over someone that you're friends with in real life. And that does not make any sense to me. And she got pissed off. Val was up there on the panel with her. Me and Val had been cool until I went over to hear her, and then Val lied on me. And so we had like back and forth, but I told Val, I said, Val, me and you have always been cool. I said, we have no beef or whatever. And I said, that's just really all I wanted to say. The next day, Sunny went into Tree's chat and said that I was worse than JY.
Which was crazy.
Because worse than JY.
John Yates. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you know John Yates?
No, but I know he said the N-word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
because Sunny was mad that I confronted her and called her out, and the people in her chat were agreeing with me.
I ever sat through a whole live of Cups because I did think she was about to come with some fire, and I wanted to be in front row for it. And she puts the video together really well. But I'm gonna tell y'all a really short story. A real short story for the folks that were confused about what Rabbit's video. Once upon a time, I had a crazy boyfriend, and he would text me, and he would keep texting me, and I would never answer, and he would just text me and have full conversations with me, to the point where I was starting to get a little nervous. So I talked to a police friend, and the police friend said, "Have you told him to stop contacting you yet? Like directly? That you were scared of him, quit contacting you, you feel threatened?" I said, no. He said, well, you need to contact him the same way he contacts you. If it's through text message, you need to do it through text message. Because first, you have to say you feel threatened and you want this person to stop contacting you. Then, if he keeps on, then I can file a restraining order. Okay? Rabbit said she felt she was unsafe and she wanted this person to leave her alone. And she made a video and she didn't name any names and said, I want people to leave me alone. I don't feel safe. I feel threatened. This person is one of the people I thought had my information. And then the next thing you know, Cuss make a full ass video calling Rabbit out. She walked right into it. It's chess, baby. It's chess.
And like I said, and that was a great point that you had made. Like I said, I don't know that history, so I'm not going to, speak out of turn in regards to that. But it was just a lot of animus that I just don't see, especially towards me, because with the accusation of, Rabbit stole her blueprint and all of this. Well, and just on the outside looking in, I don't see any of Cup's swag, any of her content being jacked by anybody. I mean, I don't have nothing. Just because someone is in my chat doesn't mean I'm not going to speak out. You guys know how I come. I come dead aim. But if I would have been like, you know what, she got a point there, folks. Rabbit her content is similar to Cups. I would let you guys know. But in my opinion, it's not. No, you can't shame us into supporting who we want to support. Or just because Rabbit come on my panel one day don't mean she might not get cursed out the next day. And irregardless, your enemies is not my enemies. You know what I mean? And I honestly, I don't have any enemies on YouTube because they do not affect my life. They don't affect my life. So that's why I said, even with Hood Life, when she wanted to apologize and all of that, it's not that major to me because I know that I'm going to make mistakes. And if I want to be forgiven, or if I want to be, brought back into the fray, would I want the same type of grace and mercy? Absolutely. So I have to be the change that I would like to see in other people. But I just needed to call a thing a thing. And like I said, it's not the fact that, she does her own thing. That's fine and well. I appreciate it's entertaining. Yes, it is. But it was a whole lot said about nothing. And I totally get that, Snook. I totally get that. And I get what you're saying. You're saying that, okay, if we're going to have a serious topic or point of reference of a discussion, then are we allowed to engage and challenge points of views? Are you able to come to me maybe with a video and explain how you reach your particular conclusion? Or is it that if you don't wear what I wear on Thursday, that you will be shunned and you will no longer be accepted, or I don't rock with that, or whatever? I forgot what she said.
I believe Cups got more than that, than all of those things. I believe in her. Okay. I don't even know. I'm gonna believe that she got more than that. I just think she reacted way too fast.
Yeah.
She got to get her thoughts together and really have that conversation. Because if that's what you think it is, then have that conversation and come with some references, and not no Wikipedia. I want real references and not no TikTok soundbites.
But even with the points that, it was supposed to be like bam in your face that she was trying to drive home, that never was a point of contention. So, okay, the rabbit account and all of that other stuff, okay, it sounds good, but how does that have anything to do with the topic at hand? I don't understand. Okay, it was a troll account. Well, if that was a troll account, I'm sure it was a troll account when she was modding for you. So at what point did her being a troll account, because I've never heard Rabbit try to deny she was a troll account. She actually told everybody.
Rabbit always tell people that she was a troll. She started off a troll.
Yeah. So when you say, oh, yeah, you don't never, since when are you going to trust a troll account? Well, obviously you trusted her enough for her to be your mod, and you knew she was a troll account. I mean, based off of the receipts that you've shown. So I don't understand why that was even a point of contention. That was never disputed. It was never, so I just don't get. But anyway, she found it necessary to do that. But I still don't see how was that shutting anything down. I'm still lost in regards to at what point did Monica become your an arch nemesis in so many words. And then she also said, oh, you've been on Nosy Top. You had a hard on for Nosy forever and this and that. Well, a lot of content creators made videos about Nosy Ho. I mean, that's why we're all, engaged. That's what we're all commentating on. Like, please, how can you demonize the very same thing that you are guilty of yourself? You have made videos about Nosy Ho. And actually 12 months ago, 11 months ago, you have a video called talking about the bothered hoe. So, okay, the same thing that you're holding Rabbit to task with, you have done the same thing. So tell me, how is that proving anything? I just don't get it. I'm really lost. And
Rabbit was one of her non-black moderators. Okay. That's what I'm saying. You didn't have a problem with her race then.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. Why is it?
I don't know why now. And the thing about the screen names is that on the back end, from what I understand, is that StreamYard will show you what a person's original screen name is. So if you go in and change it, it's still going to show what their original name is. So they can see in the chat when it changed, and then StreamYard will show you the original name. That's how she was able to see what accounts was troll, quote unquote troll, or the screen name change.
Or what they used to be.
Yes.
But see, Rabbit never said that she wasn't.
She never denied that. So, not that I know of.
I've always heard when she used to say, oh, I was a troll account, like she always mentions that. So I just don't get how, but anyway, let's move past that. And then the time periods and all of that. I mean, it was a lot of work, I'm sure, to have to get all of those receipts together. I'm not minimizing how much work she had put in to get those receipts, but I'm still at a loss as to what they actually proved. But anyway, because actually on that video, Rabbit didn't even put a date or anything on that stuff. She just said that this is what it is, and I just need to make this a public, basically a PSA, and gave her the common courtesy of saying, look, I don't have nothing against you, but this is what's going on. I feel like my information may be out there or what have you, and you're the only person that has the information. Now, like I said, we didn't know who it was that she was talking about until Cups had inserted herself in the conversation and removed all doubt. Like, yeah, she was talking about me. But even in that, Rabbit still never came for her. She was just doing her what she felt as though was a courtesy to let her know whatever. Okay. And not only that, see, other people who's really trying to destroy you and take you down, they won't give you that common courtesy. They'll just let you continuously, hang yourself so that you can be prosecuted if that's the case. I don't know. Like I said, that was before my time. But what was very peculiar to me is when the shots was thrown subliminally. Now, everybody knows that Rabbit in recent dates was in my live. She was on my panel. So when Cups made the reference, if it ain't directed, it's not respected. And then in the same video said, yeah, because I see who in your backstage. I see who in your backstage. Okay, well, that tells me that you're in the bleachers as a fan, correct? And if you want to minimize my, success, if you want to say that I'm only successful because of people sharing or liking or whatever, well, that's the goal, isn't it? I thought that's the goal. I think that was the purpose of us telling people to like, share, and subscribe. I thought that was the thing to do, especially if you want to be a successful content creator. It spreads by sharing and word of mouth. So if you want to demonize sharing, then that's fine too. But just know that you have shared a lot of content creators on your page. You have shared Sean Davy Way. So is Sean Davy Way any less of a successful content creator because he had the help of your one share? Would his 56K subscribers any less much of an accolade or an accomplishment because people shared his videos? I don't think so. I don't think so. You shared also the official King Payne videos. So are you saying that, he needed your help to be who he is as a content creator? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It just doesn't stick. It doesn't make any sense. The things that you put a lot of bass in your voice for, it fell flat in the grand scheme of things. It fell flat in you proving that you had all of these bomb ass receipts and that you was shutting shit down. And it was a lot of, you said it with your chest, and I give you props for that. But I also have to call a thing because you told us if it ain't directed, it ain't respected. Now, I am a worthy opponent, I think, because I put his address and GPS on everything that I had any qualms about. Yet in your video, you found it necessary not to mention me. It's not like, I'm a groupie of any kind, because when you said when the teacher becomes the student, no, when you said, when the student, that's what you said. You said she was my student. She was my student. Well, if you want to take credit for Rabbit's quick success, that's between you and Rabbit. But I'll have you know that for you to have as much confidence as you have, that's great. That's good. You are great at what you do. I'll give you that. But you can't put yourself on this high pedestal and then you go to psych ward and then you're up underneath them with a content creator, which fine, I don't have any issues with. I don't have no issues with you. Please don't attack me or go on your soliloquy in the middle of the night. I have no problem with you. But I'm just saying, you have to keep that same energy with Messy Massive Messica, okay? Jennifer Love Spewitt said some very racial, hateful things in regards to Black women. So if it's all about power to the people,
yes, ma'am.
Please keep that same energy and say it with your chest.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just calling the thing a thing. I don't know. I could be wrong, but listen, you have a live tonight that's going to happen. I will tune in. Because maybe I can receive some more clarity, because you're over there with big white men, okay? Enormous sized white men that's saying some very, very hateful things against the Black community. And I also would like to know, why did you private the videos of you being a proud biracial African-American and Afro-Latina? Why did you private those videos? Because, you were very proud of that at that time. So why is it that we can't see you be proud of that? Is it because you want to drive home the fact that Rabbit is Latina and that, she's appropriating our culture? Well, the same could possibly be said about you, because some people, which they're ignorant, I think they're bigots, when they say that biracial people aren't of that particular community. Like, if you're not all Black, then you're not Black. Well, Nosy believes that. But how are you helping our plight by using a race card with such a trivial matter as of the goings-ons on YouTube? I think that the race card could much rather be played more efficiently in regards to the Rittenhouse matter, in regards to George Floyd, in regards to those matters that actually affect our day-to-day lives. I don't think YouTube affect our day-to-day life, and I find it quite insulting to play this race card just to push your ideologies on YouTube. I find it quite offensive. I find it quite self-serving for you to try to play the race card and saying, I see who's in your backstage. Who else were you talking about but me? And that's why I all the more have to address this. Like I said, I'm not Rabbit's bodyguard. I think that she said what she had to say, and I don't even think that she actually cares at this point about that. But I just feel as though the race card should be played in way more significant events that affect our lives as Black people versus some trivial topic on YouTube. And also, like I said, if you're going to have that type of energy, then you have to go all the way. You just can't buy or hashtag Black Lives Matter and then, be pushing Trump and Cardi B. Like, I'm just using that as an example, but I'm just saying, you can't say you're appropriating our culture and we need to be, and we are this, and then you want to crucify or you want to convict me for giving Rabbit a platform when, I have held her to task as well. And if that's the case, then like I said, you need to kind of pick a side in this regard, because like I said, you were super chatting and whatever else and having your pom-poms up for Monica in her chat on that nosy hoe got off a YouTube video. And now all of a sudden Monica's the devil. I would like to know at what point did she become the devil? Also, there were certain things that was said as though us bitches is copying your swag, we're trying to be you and all of this other stuff. The last time I checked, you were in my chat heavy. And you said, and if I don't fuck with you, that's because, I was seeing how y'all was moving and y'all was moving funny and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Well, if anybody is moving funny, it would have to be you, because you go from one extreme to the next. And I don't know about all of these other beefs that you have with other people, but it just seems that, like your friend AT2 had you out there looking crazy, with you having a lot of bass in your voice for Sweet Pea. And then when you were quickly deflated with her receipts, you moved on, but you kept pushing. And I don't knock you for that, because you say that this man is your friend. So I would defend my friend too, if I believe them. But at the same time, it all fits into your whole grand scheme of things with this John Gates is a racist, John Gates and Monica, and that Dani and all of them are the same people. And, that's very important to you. And you're quite invested in it. Me, myself, I don't give a fuck who's who. I'm just narrating and commentating on as the things develop. I don't have a dog in this fight.
Me, So Deb, Hear Her, Andrea, Freckles, and Brown Skin, who is another subscriber of Hear Her.
And this real quick, Jennifer. So Freckles was the person who told me about saying black bitches.
Yeah.
And she was saying that I should not say that. Also, Shrinking Sharon, who's a mod over on Dani's channel till this day.
Yeah.
But
What?
Yes. I'm telling you, my people that came from my channel are over there on her channel now.
Disgusting.
So what ends up happening is it's like a Saturday night. We're all drinking. I am like totally pissed off because, Sunny's been attacking me all week long. Okay. So I make a comment about her hair. I said it looked like she had a dead poodle on her head, which I never should have said, first of all.
No, why
you
not?
should have said it. You should have said it.
I never
Exactly.
should have.
Why not? That is the humanity that I have a problem with, because I'm like, this is the human reaction. Someone insults you, you insult them back.
Absolutely.
But still, it wasn't. I should never have said that, because I understand the history of discrimination with Black women and their hair.
Don't worry, they talk shit about my hair every day. Okay, they don't have no.
Well, so then, so then what happened is I apologize.
Wait, Jennifer, before you even go farther than that, what do they call you?
Oh, I don't even know.
Exactly.
This is a human reaction. So people can hear what they have.
I will tell you what the robot did. She accused me of being a PDF file.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. Put my picture up, because the only time that I ever showed my face was whenever I went up on Sunny's panel that night to defend So Deb. And Sunny had never made me show my face any other time whenever I was on her panel. But that night she made me show her face. So
a poodle is nothing to compare to what they said about him.
Yeah. So anyway, whenever I said that, I immediately knew I should not say it. Everybody on the panel was like, no. And I was like, I am so sorry. I should not have said that. I said, I'm going to put myself on mute for a minute. I did. I came back and I said, I am so sorry. I never should have said that. No matter how mad she made me, I never should have said that. And what the robot did was they were recording Hear Her's video. What she did was she then played the video on her channel, but she cut out my apology to make it seem like I wasn't sorry that I said.
You see the narrative?
Yeah. Yeah.
The worst part is,
you have
the right to be a human and say that someone has a poodle on their head.
Well, man, these people that were supporting me at this time. And so you got to understand, like, this is how toxic it was. When you guys are talking about the things when Speak and Spell came around, they were doing this because of me. And so when Hear Her came around, Jennifer came around, they were supporting me and they hated it.
Yeah. That was really their problem. you know, and so they seized on that. And then it was well over a year that they like severely harassed me.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
They
was calling him all kind of pedophiles, everything. It was so weird.
Yeah.
But then they can go on and online and then try to do everything else. They built their platforms off the back of me and my subscribers. Jennifer, hear her. They built their platforms off of me.
Motherfucker.
It was ridiculous. And I mean, there were like, you know, I was threatened with people coming to my house. I was told by Sonny, your
because
gay
you
ass.
said that the woman had a poodle on her head.
Yeah,
he was talking about Sonny.
You think that's not like you're apologizing, and I can feel it in your voice.
Yeah,
that you're like, I feel so bad, and I'm like, do you realize that they're literally victim blaming you? A victim is not supposed to be perfect.
But the reality is that she did have a poodle on her head.
So
it was so wrong. Like, and they were justified because of the speaking spell. So no, I really like, to me, I feel like it was so wrong for them to do that shit. And then they were justified because my old subscribers over there okay with it.
And let me also just say this. So going back to Val stuff, the first time that she was in the hospital, okay, it was New Year's Eve night, and we were on a panel on Hear Her's chat. We had never said anything about Val not being sick, about nothing, you know. Now, did we have our own thoughts? Yes, but we had never said anything publicly, right? And so Deb was like, you know, no, she really is in the hospital. Her son has texted me and stuff like that. And we were like, okay, well, we just want her to get well, no matter what issues we have with her. Nobody should have to go through that. Well, so then as soon as she comes out of this alleged coma, I mean, like immediately, what's the first thing she does? She goes into the chat of a content creator named Eagles Soaring High. And Eagles was also a subscriber of Hear Hers. And he has like he did a lot of praise worship and stuff like that. Really nice guy. And she pops out of this coma and goes into his chat to say, I'm out of my coma. Who does that?
I'm so sorry. How it works.
So then certain things start coming out. And so Dani accuses us of saying that she was never sick and all this stuff. And we had never said that. Never. But then once they started that, we were like, okay, we're going to start looking into it. So we found certain things. And now we know that that she admitted to Marcella that she lied about that spoof number. So she lied about that. The night that she allegedly went into that coma, someone who she says was her son came into a chat under her name and said that she was in a coma. Why would your son be coming into a chat on YouTube to tell people that you are in a coma?
Because it's clearly a priority. You're mute, Deb. You're mute.
I want to say before we finish this conversation, I told y'all there were things that I knew I wasn't going to say because I knew that the people, and this is not the only, Jennifer's not the only person I know that said this. I know other things outside of this, but go ahead, Jennifer.
So then we started like putting things together, and let's just say there were some investigations done, which we have never talked about publicly, and I won't because I don't want to reveal who got the information and it would kind of tell on them. But what I will say is that none of it made sense. Well, so then one time I was in Teddy's chat and somebody had said something about a photo, and somebody in Teddy's chat said that's her sister, talking about Val's sister. And I said, no, that's not her sister because it wasn't. Val seized on that, was like, you're talking about my sister, yeah. Thinking that I was saying that a picture that she had posted on her wall was not her sister. So she starts going off on me. And she starts posting threats like her and her son are going to come. They'll whoop my ass. Da-da-da-da-da. They got Glocks, all this shit, you know.
What the fuck?
And I'm like,
Jennifer is the casualty of war when it comes to that.
I was actually defending her. She didn't even know what she's talking about. So, and it was me and Hear Her and so Deb on Hear Her's panel. And so then Val comes over there, and I explained that to her, and she's like, oh, well, I apologize. I'll take it down. While she was up there, we were also talking about other stuff and about stuff that we didn't believe. And I said, you know, you got out of that coma, but then you're posting pictures a few days later on the beach, and you're wearing heels. I said, but you told us that you couldn't walk.
That Jennifer dude, they want to be teenage black girl. He needs to get the fuck on for real. And why do they cater to that shit? They make him feel like it's cool to do that shit.
Yeah, but you know that bitch Cup, she not on the up and up.
But sometimes we have to find out things on our own.
I'm not trying to take her out to dinner. I'm not trying to fuck her, so I really don't care if she on the up and up or not.
Right.
You know, but I was just giving her big ups for being, you know, a dope editor. Logical, and be like, okay, let's have a grown woman's conversation. I thought that that's what we was going to have last night. But once I blew, I was sent somebody actually, my treetops are always hard at work, and I'm going to keep that person anonymous. But one of my treetops had blown up the actual emails or whatever, the anonymous emails. And how is it that she confirmed that this was a Tolbert family member by an anonymous email? Bitch, stop playing with us.
Hold on, what?
Bitch, stop playing in our face.
My God.
Sam don't know.
My God in heaven, what the fuck is wrong with these bitches?
In regards to, you know, they say that in everyday language. In my, you know, my best friend, I mean, they call each other that, and we call each other that. They used to call me a female F word. And we would joke like that, but I have to realize that this is a public platform, and those things were sometimes used as hateful things towards that demographic.
Absolutely. And
so I have to do that. And I'm not saying it. Yeah, I might say it in a drag, but I'm not saying it to discourage who they are. You know what I mean? So,
but even in a drag,
our culture is
exactly.
Our culture is like whatever, bitch. Like okay, and your mom is a cracky slut.
even when you're dragging,
but you are not going to bully my sister, my friend. That lady pray for us, pray for me, and bully her and try to use God's name to make it all right.
Is this your leader? Is this who you call your queen? If you look at the damn video with Dani, it do look like they are like real low to the floor.
And I was like, wait a minute, I've been subscribed. So yes, YouTube does do that.
I do know that YouTube does hold comments for review if they contain certain words. So then as a content creator, you have to go and you have to approve the comment before it shows up. So it doesn't necessarily mean that anybody's deleting the comments. But even if she did delete the comments, I guess it's her own page, so it's her own right to do that. But I don't understand why she would be beefing with Aunt Loretta, because that, you know, her entire page is more about humor and, you know, laughing and, you know, just fun stuff. She's not in the beef sector.
I need to go to speak to my attorneys and figure out what I really need to do to protect myself. That she put on her community page. Then she made a video about who she thought, the video about the email that she sent, and who she figured out who had her information and how they would have her information. She never told who it was. She just said it was a warning.
But let me just say something about that, you know, because I did see the Rabbits' video, and I do recall some months ago when her and Cups was beefing with her and Dani, I believe, a couple months ago, and then it had, you know, it went silent, and now it started back up again. When I watched Rabbit's video, she didn't mention any names. But if I'm not mistaken, and you guys in the chat can say if you recall, but I do recall a few months ago, Cups had did a video on the Rabbit where she had also exposed all the troll names that she had, and I think she had also let us see the email from the Mac student or whatever from the Rabbit. So that's how I figured out that the Rabbit was talking about Cups. But look, I could just say one thing about that. You're speaking in code. I really respect Trees for coming on here and calling names and saying, you know, this is who I'm talking about, because obviously nobody is scared over here. But, you know, I just don't understand the making a video, and both Rabbit and Cups did videos.
That video really wasn't for us, to be honest. It was for the person that needed to know.
Right.
Figured it out. And she walked right into it, really. So then she like, I'm gonna tell her myself. Because after that video, none of us knew who Rabbit was talking about, okay? But the way this bullying thing has evolved in the last week or so, if she did, and if she is being threatened, because I don't know what she's getting in her email. I don't know who calling her. I don't know if anybody's calling her job or anything. But if that's what she's doing, if that's what happened, then, you know, I can understand it. She is, at this point, she has become a walking target. And not only is she dealing with the Cup situation and whoever else, you still have Nosy, who has a serious hard on for a bunch of people on that list.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to be on that list.
me either.
And
As I said, if she is, she has a right, she has reason to be concerned because we have seen what a lot of people are capable of. So I do hope that she look. I don't know if she got an attorney or not, but if she has gotten an attorney, then that is certainly the right thing to do in this instance.
Absolutely.
But is that if you don't feel safe, I can't tell you a person how they feel.
Log off. Bottom line, log off.
Right. She don't feel safe. She did what she had to do.
Right. But let me just ask this one other question that watching the Rabbit's live, she said that, well, she insinuated that if her information was leaked, well, what I got out of her, let me just say this, what I got out of the video that she made was that she was insinuating that cops might have leaked her information to hear her to put it out there.
Let's take a step back, Linda, because listen, she did not say Cup's name. She showed the email. She said it's only one content creator that has this information. They know who they are. Cups outed herself.
She sure did. I knew
that it was Cups because Cups had shown that email a few months ago already.
Exactly. She was so-called email a month ago, so that's why Rabbit should be threatened. That's why she feels threatened because Cups already doxed her. Talking about, I'm so against doxing, I'm against this, I'm against that. No, the fuck you ain't. Stand in your shit. Just because it's private, it don't mean that we haven't seen it. You did it. Stop hiding your hands and throwing stones. Stand in your shit. I hate those type of bitches. I do.
Well, she has
I didn't know you was that. I didn't know that was her. I didn't know that. I learned that recently. And then I've just been watching because people been telling me behind the scenes.
And that's what Snooki was saying that that DW basically told herself because Rabbit never mentioned a name. She never mentioned a name.
A hit dog will holler though.
Yes, ma'am. Always.
And she didn't, and that's why I said she messed up, and that's probably why she hid the video.
Because she doxed her again.
She doxed her again.
I would never.
I don't get the privating videos either and putting them on.
Because she reacted before she thought about it.
Because she's a fraud and she doesn't want people to call her out on that shit. Because she know we're not lying on her. I'm not lying. I don't know what nobody else is doing, but I know I'm not lying. I was just giving my opinion, and it turns out that my opinion was proven to be fact. And I got the receipt. She alluded to her video last night. She said, "Did that channel post any receipts?" Yeah, she's lying on my name. I don't play about my name. My name. Bitch, your name is trash.
And the way that Rabbit gets dragged on these YouTube streets versus her dragging somebody, boy, she got a hell of a case.
She really does. She really does. I mean, you've had someone put a bounty out on her. Nosy was kicked off back in June? No, I'm lying. August. And she's still hell-bent on targeting. Well, she's still hell-bent on finding out personal information about these people. As of September?
I see you, Rabbit.
And guess what, Cups? That email that you posted, we blew it up. See, Treetops is all over. We can't stop, won't stop. I posted up another receipt of that alleged Tolbert family contacting you, bitch. The Tolbert family is going to title it CCRE Tales from the Popo and the Nosy Hill investigation. Really, bitch?
Trees is on top of it.
Wait a minute, but look at the date when they started calling her Popo versus the date that email supposed to came out.
That's what I said, Rabbit, that you can consult with an attorney. You don't have to retain them. You can consult with them and find out
advisement.
Yes,
right.
Yes, and if they feel as though the information that you have provided to them is worthy.
She's delusional. First of all, for her to keep insinuating, these content creators, they paid off by Monica and John Yates and all this other shit. When bitch, you are super chatting Monica 2 months ago. I've been asking you for an explanation for 4 weeks. I have been calling you out on it for 4 weeks. You don't want to address that, but you want to give us this fucking bullshit ass macaroni collage that you made in motherfucking.
Even so, she effed up bad by doing that.
But
she screwed herself over, and not the Monica thing. I'm just saying, making that reactionary video. She that was the worst thing she could ever do for herself.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Rabbit. It is criminal. It is criminal.
Pride comes before the fall, because when you are dipping and dodging the truth, and you're trying to deflect with these racial motivation, whatever, if Monica was the devil, and you knew it all the time, then why would you be in her biggest fucking supporter and cheerleader just 8 weeks ago? When did she become the devil? And how am I being paid off by Monica when you're the one who was canoodling and fucking tickling her titties?
Woo, boy, Miss Linda not to be the devil's advocate, but I respect it. She thinks so all the time.
Think about that, because Cups is very vocal about how I'm being paid off. Because I'm associated with, because I actually watch everybody. Me and Rabbit don't always agree, but I still respect her as a content creator. And because Dani is on my page, I don't control what Dani does. I'm a spectator just like everybody else. I started my page as a spectator, and that's what I remain to do, as we all have done. But how am I? Because I don't think the same way that you do. I still respect your opinion. But for you to try to come after my character saying I'm paid off and these people got to whatever, and want to play the race card, what do you think about Cups being a supporter of Monica? And then she asked me to post the receipts. She said I was lying on her, but then I posted the receipts and I haven't heard. And now she goes to private her videos. But how is it that you're so, what did Monica do? She got Nosy Ho off of YouTube. You was cheering her on for that.
What happened between then and now to cause all of this?
Nothing. Cloud chasing Rabbit, because Rabbit is getting all of the attention in regards to this investigation. And Cups has devised some type of make-believe conspiracy theory that includes the Rabbit because she's definitely jealous of Rabbit's growth. Rabbit is approaching of 500,000 views and Cups still sitting on 300K. And you've been on here since 2015. It's jealousy. It's overt jealousy because she doesn't have a beef with Rabbit for real. She's made many videos about Rabbit. Rabbit only warned her to stop putting her information out there. Rabbit still don't have a problem with Cups. Cups has a problem. If she is the common denominator in all of these beefs, all of the people that she fell out with, and then she put the Plain as Jane on the thumbnail of the video. So yeah, I know why you private it, because you was called out as a clout chaser. Plain as Jane ain't had shit to do.
Or Koya. Koya too.
Koya was on the thumbnail. Bitch, you a clout chaser. Your slip is showing. You're jealous of them bitches. You're jealous. You're mad.
You see, that's why I thought maybe something is going on behind the scenes that we are not.
No,
At least we're not privy to.
There's nothing going on. She want us to think that it is, but when she was called out on it to post the receipts, the only receipt she had was some fucking old ass video talking about Rabbit was a troll account. You know that she was a troll account. Rabbit said she was a troll account.
Rabbit said, yeah, Rabbit has always said she was a troll account.
Modding for you. Well, that's not the issue. The issue wasn't even that she was Hispanic when she was modding for you. So how is it an issue now? Bitch, get real. We see you. You're jealous.
Yeah. What I also don't like is the weaponizing of race. Yeah. Because the Rabbit is Hispanic and she's in the black beef sector, but that doesn't say anything about her being racist or prejudiced or whatever. So I think that's a cop out if you don't have any other argument. I don't like when people do that.
I know, and that's what really insulted me. That's what really insulted my intelligence, because we have people that's actually being killed for being black and nothing more. And for you to weaponize our race card on YouTube for something that has nothing to do, I can see if you posted some type of receipts of racist Rabbit being a fucking racist, but you didn't.
Right, that's what I had a problem with. Is them saying she is a culture vulture and
she Cardi B in her videos. Come on now, bitch, pick a struggle.
Right, like
she was Cardi B last night. I'm like, damn, she listened to us.
She came in like she was the fucking Floyd Mayweather coming for a fight. Like,
I was like, damn, I thought she heard us.
You don't need a soundtrack for that bullshit we got shown. I'm reclaiming my time, whore. We still don't know shit.
Speaking of y'all,
I'm just.
How about the guilty verdict in the Ahmaud Arbery case?
Hearing is a lot of people have said, well, the Rabbit has taken part in a lot of exposing and putting out of public information of others. So what would make her?
On that too. Mm-hmm.
Why would she now be outraged that maybe the same thing is going to happen to her? Look, I don't condone it at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who it is.
But that's
a lot of people are saying, well, why is the Rabbit now being, why is she threatening with legal action when she has done the same thing to others in the past? So what do you guys say about that argument?
Well, I actually called her out on that as well. And this was back when the Gingerbread Man was my co-host. When it was Mika was saying that, but see, she resolved that. She went directly to the source. And so if Mika forgave her for that, I mean, hey, you get what you get. You get whatever your hand has brought forth. So I'm not excusing that at all. But the Rabbit went directly to the source to resolve the error of her ways.
And apologize.
She did.
And they both did it together collectively. So
and this is my thing though. That people act like these people aren't able to just inbox them and have a conversation with them.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to her. I don't know why
she don't want to resolve. She don't want to resolve.
Why y'all scared to talk to Rabbit if y'all so violent? She'll answer.
Mm-hmm. And she still want to have a conversation behind the scenes.
She did. She said she did say she would love to have a conversation with her. She do not want to be beefing or going back and forth, and she did say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I do hope that they resolve it. And one other thing that I wanted to say is I think that if Trees makes amends with her, I think a few people will be upset about that.
Listen, we tried that already. And
I've seen that.
I still don't have a beef with her. I honestly don't have nothing against her.
I don't think it's her. I think it's her subscribers.
I think
a lot of people are talking into her ear. Yes, I think.
I think it's Saki, bitch. You big belly Buddha having ass bitch. It's you too, Shallow How. It's YouTube because you gotta ask Brian.
Every time we have a serious
Too
conversation,
much of a punk ass bitch, shallow how. Where's that motherfucking nigga PayPal, bitch?
Why did she flip like that? Like, I don't
She's a
understand.
snake ass bitch. Saki sneaks.
Man.
that
She boxed
I tell you what,
$25. They all some bum ass bitches.
I
You
tell you,
block
Pink,
bitches over $25 for get the fuck out of here.
that disturbed me more than
Scrambling like
anything.
eggs over there. You scrambling like eggs, bitch. Bum ass whore.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
but
shocked to see her.
Go ahead, Miss Linda. Let me go on mute because
I was
they,
shocked to see her flip like she did. I really was.
I
was
wasn't.
shocked.
I ignored my intuition, my initial intuition, bitch. Yeah, go ahead, delete some more fucking DMs, whore.
I was a little hurt by that, to be honest. I couldn't believe she flipped either.
Yeah, that took me out. I couldn't believe it.
I don't know, with flipped or whatever. But I did think that if somebody make those horrible rumors about you, that at least you would say, "This is not who I am. This is not who I am going to be represented as."
Right.
And that she would have said something or whatever. So I mean, said something. So I would have loved to have seen her do that, but that's not her ministry, I guess.
Bitch ass. These punk ass bitches ain't gonna do that. They're not gonna stand in their shit. They're not no real ass bitches. If me and Hood Life could bury the old hatchet, that's because Hood Life actually admitted that what she did, and I admitted what I did. And we grown ass women, and we said, you know what? It could be water under the bridge. We ain't gotta be best friends. We ain't gotta be bed mates, but at least we could stand in our shit and move on.
Mm-hmm.
And I stood for that. I'm not somebody who go back on my word unless you do it first. If you do it first, then bitch, all bets are off.
Yeah, but I do think a lot of people are talking into her ear, because when she went out there and she tried to dox Sonny, that's when I knew that she was being influenced, because Sonny has never done anything to her to deserve that. So the fact that she did that, I think that she was being gassed up behind the scenes. And then she came out and she did what she did. And the same thing I think is happening with you three.
She's trying to go after Sonny subscribers too. She can't get the Sonny, so she's trying to go after Sonny subscribers.
They are harassing my subscribers. They're making troll accounts with my subscribers. They're trying to troll me, but I don't watch them, so I don't give a fuck. People send me screenshots, and I'm like, I don't care. I see the troll accounts that people send to me. I don't watch them, so I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered by that, but my subscribers are bothered because they're trolling me. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Y'all rock with me, fine, but I'm not worried about it, so neither should you. And at the same time, they're trying to, the same thing that they're accusing me of doing, you know, policing people, making you pick sides. Well, guess what? If you want to keep me with the bitch that says something sexual about a 3-year-old, then don't try to smile up in my face. Watch from the bushes.
Yeah, that's too much. That's what I said. That right there is too much. Like But if you know, like if it's something personal about me, you know what I'm saying, and you're there, that's different. But when we're talking about a baby, like, no, absolutely not. I'm done.
They have no bottom. Let me tell you that. They have absolutely no bottom. They trying to figure out how they can contact post jobs, how they can find their significant others. I mean, it's crazy. You would have thought that somebody pissed on them in their sleep or in their chair. You would think, I can't imagine. I don't understand why these people are so angry.
I don't either. And it's YouTube. It's like your life has to really be miserable to go to that extreme.
I don't understand why the fake funeral got her so upset. Like, I don't.
Because it's a reason to. It's about making you and everyone around you look the worst possible, because they don't want you to have any type of support.
I mean, I haven't talked to her in years. I haven't talked to her in years. I tried to support her at one point, and then she did some things, and I called them out, and she got mad, and so I haven't spoken to her since then.
Question for both of you, for real, from Pharisee. Do we think this happened to people's channel when they are identified as not being able to be controlled?
Absolutely.
I think so.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And even people who haven't lost their channel, what they will do is they will make you get shadow banned.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
like they will do a lot of reporting of your channel. They do that a lot with me.
Yep, and they get shadow banned so that you don't come up in the algorithm.
Exactly.
Which means that your channel won't grow.
Exactly. They want
like I said, this is not some little one-channel mom and pop operation. This is people who have been doing this for a long time. They know the game.
Jennifer, how many people do you think were targeted by those people?
Oh gosh. So Deb, me, hear her. Different people who have went back now were also targeted. Marcella. AT2 was for quite a while.
AT2?
Yeah, they went after him. As a matter of fact, since we're talking about racist things, little Fufu, you know who I'm talking about, Hopalong.
Who?
It's that girl over there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bunny Fufu. She did a video about AT2, and it had a dancing monkey with a banana.
I'm so sorry. What?
Yes, had a dancing
Over
monkey
there
with a
did
banana.
that.
It was a monkey twerking.
I'm so sorry. What?
Yeah, but they never ever called her out and said that she was racist or anything like that.
But
Notice that.
Jennifer's always been the racist white man.
Yeah, I've always been the racist, but she can do whatever. Also, this is allegedly, but allegedly they found a picture on her husband's Facebook, okay? And the picture was posted, okay?
Oh no, Cubs talked about this already.
Oh, about the foot on George Floyd's neck.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And her husband had posted that. She tried to say that it was about a video game. And it's like anything that she does, they never call her out for being a racist. But like for me, I make one comment that I immediately apologize for, and I'm a racist and I'm a PDF, and
it's not about racism. It's not about anything. It's about weaponizing things.
Yep.
Like they just want to weaponize word. They will weaponize race against Black people. So imagine if you're a white person and you're not part of the program.
Well, and the whole thing is they go after more Black women than I've ever even thought about.
Absolutely. That's why I keep on saying that she's a racist. I'm like, she refused to let Black people grow and make their money and have economic power. That's fucked up.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw it, but the other day Teddy did a video and she did a throwback replay because she has all of Hear-Her's videos, and she did a replay of one of Hear-Her's old videos, and it was about this white lady who was going after Hear-Her, who was a mod for Sunny. And so Hear-Her came on and she was really mad. Well, then talking about it, who comes over? Val, calming her down, doing all this stuff and everything. She's like,
how do you feel about what's going on with Val right now?
Oh,
I mean, I think that we've all known that this has been going on for years, and
I think that's it.
And
but were you attacked for this?
I'm not surprised, but again, they don't hold her accountable, because if anybody else would have done that, they would have had her channels taken so quick, and she never would have been seen on YouTube again. But they didn't do that. So that tells me that they really don't care about it, and that actually it benefits them because it gave them money from content.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? You have to know how
did they go after you because of Val lying about being in a coma and all of that?
Most of his stuff was going on about me because he was supporting me.
Shit. Okay.
And actually Hear-Her as well. Most of their things went on because of me.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like at the beginning of I apologize that y'all had to experience the robot. And I don't know who the person is who's speaking on the live right now, but that robot is a very different person.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's not the same person. That's why we were saying. That's why we were saying that whenever the voice came out, she didn't even know who her mods and her subs were. Like you could tell she didn't know who they were.
So when you say the voice, you mean Dani's voice came up?
Yeah, the voice now, because before it was just a robot voice.
That's why I call it Speak a Spill.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was only the voice of a robot. It was not a voice of a person.
And was the channel always named Dani Robertson?
Yes.
It was, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah. But
and the robot was there for how long? Like the robot voice?
It came out it started in July, and then I believe
let me get some context. Let me get some context of this. Until that girl over there changed her content to not being in the Black T sector. That's when it stopped.
What?
And that person that we now know as the voice, or that voice that we now know, actually came about the same time that the JY petition got started. And then
JY petition?
Yeah, the John Yates petition to get him removed from YouTube for using the N-word.
They don't know all that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
what I'm saying is this: when the robot voice stopped and that other voice started, those are two different people.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're different people. Yeah.
They just gave her the channel.
Yes.
And she has been here for how long?
They didn't just give them the channel. They were working together because That girl over there was pulling up information because that's her job, and she has information to pull up for other people. You can understand now that they don't pull up the same information they can pull up now.
Yeah. So her voice started on the channel, the voice that you know now, started in January of 2022. So the channel had started live July of 2021. And so it was a robot voice until the following January.
For a year, almost?
For like 6-7 months, yeah. But see, they had told us that the robot said they were leaving, that their work was done, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden the voice comes on. Now,
And what was their work? What was the work that was done?
They were done with the sham investigation.
Yeah, to get rid of Nosy, basically.
Yeah.
But but then there were other things. I mean, there were other people that got involved with it. And so then they had beef with other people. So then it kind of kept on. And also, I'm not going to say anything because I don't know this for sure. But there are certain things that I do know happened in real life. If the person is who we think it is, that happened in real life, that would have necessitated someone to need an income. And that's all I'm going to say.
Let me ask you a question, Jennifer. Do you remember when they were saying that they were going to do a documentary on the panel?
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden, Speaker's Bell showed up?
That was never going to happen.
Well, it did happen because they were doing a documentary on all of us on that channel. And so I realized that today. I was like, it's so weird because even she went on her channel and said, why would I do that with them? They're not important. But then Speaking Spell showed up and did a documentary about all of our business.
Yeah, basically.
And also what you all probably don't know is that they didn't just attack us on YouTube. They were putting blog posts everywhere on Lipstick Alley. They were putting posts all over on BitChute.
They showed up at my house.
Yeah, they showed up at So Deb's house. So BitChute, if you don't know, it's normally used by like alt-right kind of white supremacist people, okay? But there were there were accounts on there that went after me, that went after So Deb, that went after Hear Her, and that have went after Teddy.
I feel really bad because they went after Jennifer so bad because of me.
But no, it's not your fault. It's not your fault because you didn't tell me. Let me tell you something. Whenever I had went to defend So Deb on Sunny's channel, me and So Deb had never even talked on the phone. Absolutely. Like, I think we may have had like 1 or 2 DMs during the All About the Tea stuff, just joking about stuff during After Darks. But that was it. I mean, like, we never had ever talked. And after I did that night,
because he
asked me if he could call me. And I was like,
yeah. Because you and Hear Her was vouching for me, I felt really bad about that because I'm like, y'all are getting the grunt of my shit because y'all went up for me. And like, I hated that part.
But see, the thing is, we would have called it out anyway because we knew what was happening was wrong and that there were lies being spread. And so that's why we did it. Me and her are just that type of person. They like people who will flip-flop on a dime. You know what I'm saying? That's why they've always hated us, because me and So Deb have always been cool. Me and Hear Her have always been cool. We've always, there are people that, I still talk to on YouTube that are the original core people who, went through this with us. Like one person who I became super good friends with, she passed away. And,
who passed away?
McClurg.
Oh.
Yeah, she passed away like last year. And
I did not know that.
Yeah, she passed away. And it was like so sad because me and her were really, really close. And,
are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. And whenever that happened, do you know what Val did?
What?
Val posted her obituary on her community wall, which doxed her and her family.
God.
You can see the basement avatar in the chat saying, she wants and needs attention. Do y'all see how people bold-face lie? Then when they're caught and have no choice but to be honest, they show their true colors. And her friend Jennifer that made the poodle hair comment about natural hair, wrote this comment on the video. I'm laughing my butt off. Thank you for these videos this week. It has made my work staycation so enjoyable. And this was after they watched the video. Now fast forward and this same person is sending well wishes. It's the fakery for me.
But that's neither here nor there. Right. What does that have to do with me still being in her chat? And I support her page. I watch her page. I've been watching her page for months. So because someone's in the hospital and the video is referring to her, I'm not supposed to watch the content? I mean, I don't understand. I don't either. That doesn't have anything to do with the price of ice, in my opinion. And the more that they try to keep me away, the closer I'm going to go. Exactly. So leave me alone. I can go where I want. You told me to come get my page and talk about it. And that's where I'm at. So stay off my page and stop worrying about who I support. I don't go in anyone's chat and say anything. I don't give my opinion in anyone's chat. I say what I want to say on my own page. You choose to click and come over here and listen to it. Right. I didn't ask for you to come.
Girl, can you stop lying? I swear you're one of the biggest liars on here. I can't. And you never have proof of anything that you say. Your channel grew because you hopped from channel to channel, causing chaos on other people's channels. Stop with the lies. I don't know how many lies you've been caught in, and even with audio of you saying certain things you continue to lie. I'm sure y'all know the type of people that lie even when someone has a ton of receipts. They're pathological liars who can't be trusted.
That's what they come over here and listen. They come.
You don't tell your subscribers where they should go either.
But the way that they're going about things is the wrong way. I don't take kind to bullying.
My thing is, unless you have actual proof and facts, you should not be making any kind of video accusing anybody of anything.
Yep, exactly. I agree.
I'm dead. Girl, your whole channel is just you ranting and rambling about other people without receipts. That's all you do is accuse people of things without receipts.
Now, for them to say that they know that it's you, that's wrong.
And where's your receipts for all of your non-stop accusations? I'll wait. Oh, never mind, that day will never come. So I'll be waiting around forever. The person who never has receipts is asking others to show receipts.
We don't have any proof. The people saying that, some people are not in the hospital, right? That's their opinion. Now, if the person in the hospital wants to prove them wrong, which she should.
Girl, just stop it. You're one of the people that are questioning it. So, you're referring to yourself as well, and it's obvious. Furthermore, she doesn't have to prove anything to y'all demonic people. Y'all are weird. No one has to prove that they're in the hospital. And who are you? No one has to prove anything to you. If you don't support her, stay off of her. And don't say that you wish someone well and then turn around and call them a liar and ask them to take pictures of their hospital room. Y'all are weird.
To shut all of this down, when you go live today, just show your hospital room. That'll shut the whole narrative down. Since everybody's talking about proving things, just turn the camera on. If you're in the hospital, it shouldn't be a problem. That'll just shut all of that down. Right. Instead of making her upset and, doing all of this, just show the hospital room. You don't even need to show your face. Just show the room. Shut the narratives down and show people that you're still in the hospital.
And I thank you all for your prayers and the messages and everything. Very sweet. And the family thanks you too. And Miss Val thanks you, of course. During that time that Miss Val was under, her son was receiving messages, and she explained that in her video, right? Which is very disturbing, which was very disturbing for several of us that was in contact. So, and I was highly upset about it. Then I got wind that I was being blamed for sending those messages, or some of those messages, or what have you, which we know is not true. Val knows it's not true. Her sons know that it's not true. So I didn't have to address those matters, anything like that. So anyway, I got sent the message today. I wasn't going to say anything about this. I was going to do my vision board stuff. And I got sent a video today about another content creator airing out another content creator who we all thought I thought was a friend of mine. Okay. And it turns out that this person has been in the YouTube streets causing havoc, has never stopped, still causing havoc, but still putting on a show as if they are this God-fearing person. They have changed. They're not going to betray you as a friend. I would never, never do that. I wasn't going to say anything about it. I was going to let it go. I was still giving this person grace and let it go. But I knew, but I cut that person loose once I found out that person had made some statements about me to Miss Val's son. But I will tell you this, that I talk to Miss Val all the time. I haven't spoken to her recently since she's been out of, since she's been in a situation, because we just want to give her space where she can do what she needs to do to get healthier. Okay. So I messaged her this morning and told her that, hey girl, hey, I love you, and she said, love you too, sis. That's it. I'm not going to sit there and bombard her with a bunch of stuff because it's unnecessary. But I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to go ahead because we talked about it on this other girl's channel. And I'm sure a lot of y'all going to be talking about it and seeing it. Miss Marcella, I have sat here on my platform many a day and taken up for you, giving you grace every day. And I said I wasn't going to come up here and I wasn't going to air you out. I wasn't going to do any of that, right? But here's the thing. Like I told her, I'm being attacked by all sides because I have stood up for Marcella. I have taken up for So Debonair. I interviewed the rabbit. People have an issue with me interviewing the rabbit. So then I get tied into this conspiracy that I'm behind all this drama. I want to thank everybody for the compliments and everything. I appreciate it. I don't have anything to do with it. I don't know how many times I have to keep saying it over and over again, but I'm going to tell you, I don't have anything to do with it. And I've been attacked, called out my name, been called a coon, all kind of shit. Right. And because I'm sitting here trying to take people at face value and trust. If I have an issue with you, I'm going to call you up and I'm going to talk to you on the phone if I have an issue with you. Cups of conversation. I have said this before. I've said it many times on my show that cups of conversation said you can't trust anybody on YouTube. I'm going to tell you that she was telling you all the truth. You can't trust anybody on YouTube, especially the ones that's coming up to you saying to you, I would never betray you. Those are the ones you got to watch out for. The ones that tell you I would never betray you. Well, I know that I have been betrayed. Okay. And I know that the person who sits here, okay, plenty of times on this panel and has said plenty of things. Oh, Sonny this. Oh, that's Sonny. Oh, she wouldn't do this. Da, 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 and then go behind my back and talk mad shit about me. Mad shit about me. And then when I confront you about it, you want to lie and say that you didn't say it. I don't know if you are watching. I don't know. You probably are in the bushes, or maybe on the bushes on the other side. I don't know. But at this point, I tried my best not to give you, I told you not to fuck with me. I said it plenty of times. Do not fuck with me. You went behind my back and you still talk shit about me. Right? I said I wasn't going to come up here, but I'm glad the young lady, she came out with it today. She aired it out. I'm glad that she did, because guess what? Now we can just get on to what the real deal is, right? Okay. You can go ahead and just start telling the truth about the shit. So now it's going to be 2022 vision. It ain't 2020 vision. It's going to be 2022 vision. And then maybe we all can just move the hell on from all the bullshit. Maybe we can just do that, because people are tired of drama. I'm exhausted by it. That's why I haven't even come on for the last week, because I'm exhausted by it. Miss Val being in the hospital, we're sitting over here praying. I'm sending out messages. Keep praying for her. Pray that she wakes up. Pray on that. Don't send nasty messages to her family, and then you still do it any damn way. I don't know how disgusting you have to be to send a woman's children over to see somebody that's talking mad shit about her and then wishes death on her family. I don't understand that kind of thinking. And you do it, and then you lie and say you didn't do it. When they have the proof that it was you. Who are you as a human being to do some dirty shit like that? And then you get in her chat, in everybody's chats, and oh, bless God, praise God, all this bullshit. I don't understand who has that type of spirit to do something like that to somebody. Now everybody's being dragged across YouTube streets, and you know, people do their dragons or whatever. I don't do all of that drama. That's not what I'm on here for. I'm not on here to be dragging people day by day and night by night. It's not my thing. I don't do that shit. But when you start crossing me, you know, I don't intentionally go after people. So when I start talking shit about somebody, it's because they came at me. And people need to understand that. So if people want to sit here and play the damn victim all the damn time, start dropping videos, unprivate your videos where people been up there talking mad shit. Unprivate those videos. Let's put it all out on the table. Let's all just be equal around here. Put all the shit out. And maybe we can move the hell on. I am so appalled by somebody old enough, and you should know better to do that, and you still lie and say that you didn't do it. See, you can't sit here and keep lying when people are sitting there producing receipts on your ass. It don't make sense. I am so fed up for taking your shit every fucking day. And then you have the nerve to sit here and talk about you didn't do the shit when you did. You cause conflict. You go from chat to chat to chat, causing conflict, scheming. You know you did it. And then you want to lie and say, I would never do that to you. I would never. The one thing I hate most in this world is a fucking liar. I can't stand a fucking liar. Woman up, own your shit. Own your shit. Marcella. Own it. Get some fucking help. I don't need you over here. Don't ever come back over here in this chat. Don't call me. Don't say shit to me. Don't speak my freaking name. Don't do it. Don't call me. Don't fucking tell me nothing about nothing. I don't want to hear it. Because I know it was you. Ain't nothing you can say that's going to make me think any different. Because I know it was you. I told you don't fuck with me, Marcella. But you did it anyway. You went over there and you caused havoc with the candy shop. Cardi B. That was you. I know it was you. Nobody has to lie about you. You ain't that damn special. Then you tell that woman's sons that I'm using her as a pit bull for me, and you lied about that. You can't get out of this one. I don't know what your problem is. Why you run up and down on everybody's freaking channel, trying to be like you the best thing since sliced bread, you the best friend to everybody. I told you these people don't like you.
To take down my channel since the beginning of this year. Before Dani came on the scene, Jane and Rabbit were often seen commenting on each other's posts and sharing each other's content. Have you noticed that Jane stopped commenting on Rabbit's posts when Dani popped on the scene? Also, Dani never shares Jane's content because she is Jane, so she wanted to keep herself out the spotlight. Here is some receipts to show y'all. They been working together. They been slandering my name. They been trying to shame me for surviving a Black Hebrew Israelite cult. And it's just ridiculous the amount of envy, the amount of jealousy that these women are portraying. Also, this was well before Rabbit showed her identity on camera, and that's what led me to actually finding out who she was, because she was randomly posting this stuff about me, randomly saying all this crazy stuff right along with Jane, and I'm like, where do you come from? So this is Jane, obviously months ago, and she would continue to spread this blue waffle thing. She was sharing Black Hebrew Israelite men video who basically dislike me from the cult, and she was sending the link to them, and the video got deleted. So they have been doing it. So when Dani came on the scene and she said this blue waffle thing, I instantly knew it was Jane, but I didn't have proof. So I just shut my mouth and continued to gather receipts with Quote Gang. Dani/Jane had to create an issue with me to justify her reasoning behind randomly attacking me. Because I was never cool with Nosy, and I was not a part of her unmasking the Avatar investigations. So clearly there was no reason to attack me. According to Cup's so-called receipts, Dumb and Dumber planned to take me down with a gang of other content creators. Although I had nothing to do with Nosy's investigations or alleged doxing, I actually spoke against Nosy for doing that. I am reaching out to all YouTube creator who wants to clean up these streets of this sociopath. If you have any info off the record, the family would appreciate it. Investigation can move faster with a team. Call when you get free. Best regards. And then the subject line says, regarding Nosy Ho and Tales from the Popo, written allegedly June 24, 2021. So obviously, this is a person who was here on YouTube when I had the falling out with Toxic Diamond. So this is somebody who was already here. That's my point. This is someone who was already here. And I told y'all that Cups was the one who was saying Tales from the Popo. So either she wrote herself this email because she never said who did, or it was Jane or Rabbit. Okay, because this is exactly how they write. So they were plotting this from the very beginning. This was back in June, y'all. So they were successful with removing Nosy from the platform due to mass reports, but they were unsuccessful with me because I'm not Nosy and I'm damn sure not like her. No matter how much they try to make us seem like we the same, everybody know we're not the same. So nice try, but I'm still here and I'm still standing, and it's not a damn thing you can do about that but hate. So that email was written allegedly June 24th. And as you can see, the Truth Teller Dani YouTube channel was created on June 27th, 3 days after they allegedly wrote Cups. So whoever wrote Cups is the same person who created Dani Robertson account and Truth Teller Dani, which is Jane. And if Jane or Dani can prove that it's not her, then we'll dead that. But all the receipts, all the evidence, all the clues we have, Dani is Jane.
Hey, Auntie. Hey, Big Sis. Roxanne.
Hey, Auntie.
She said, "Damn, that includes Saki trying to expose her life from a loose psychiatric stance based on a personal trauma."
Oh wow!
And this is the person y'all talking about like I was being a bully towards. No, bitch. They're just incapable of fucking clapping back to the extent that I know how to. But that doesn't mean that they're not fucking worthy of a drag. Now, I told y'all this bitch was a fucking snake. You're supposed to be a therapist, and now you are diagnosing her with her confidential conversations that y'all had, but you have so much integrity. Bitch, you stole that PayPal.
Freckles didn't even do that.
I know.
She said, "I can't do that." Freckles said, "I can't do that."
Yeah.
But it seems like they were using Hood Life, and now they could be using Her because them two are more of a hotheads, and they come on YouTube and they address people by name. So they might have been using Hood Life, and they might be using Her now. That's why
I already know that. I've been said that. She the one. Saki is the one who talked her off the ledge when we had out at Hood Life that time with them receipts. Saki is the one who told her not.
But it's reactionary. They don't. They're not thinking. They just reactionary.
I really hope that you know that whether you and her make amends or not, but I hope that she comes to her senses and she doesn't she stops being the spokesperson for all of these beefs that don't really include her, so that these people have to come out and stand for their own self. Because if you look at her channel and her chat, a lot of these people are attaching themselves to her for that very reason. I mean, it's like they're all talking.
I've been said that.
She's the only one that actually comes out and talks and incriminates herself, and that's attracting a lot of people that have beef with you or the Rabbit or Dani or a whole host of other people. They attach themselves to hear her, and they probably send her a bunch of information through the DMs for her to put out there.
They probably ain't sending her enough money for her to be going through this either. But I can't imagine.
I already know they was putting batteries in her bag, and I was trying to let her know that they are fucking moles, the very moles that she was saying about. But she don't want to listen. That's why she want to continuously get laid.
Yeah, if you want to be a fool,
go ahead
and allow someone else to control and dictate what you
Mm-hmm.
say and how you move.
And that's what
That's
that's
a
what
grown
they're
woman.
doing. She can't see it. She can't see it because she just see me. You know, she's obsessed with me, so she refuses to see what's very apparent.
Yeah, it's very apparent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It really is because
She's their
she
pit
don't.
bull. She's their pit bull. The same way that people attach themselves to Nosy as their mouthpiece. It's the same way these other creators who don't have the guts or the gumption to do it themselves, they're using her. Mm-hmm. And she's letting them. And that doesn't mean that you should turn on them, but just sit back and watch what they do when you don't do it for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, she had sat. If she actually came on during a decent hours, not third shift, and just had a regular convo,
for your asses.
Talk about the news.
Danny got something for y'all. Mm-hmm.
I honestly, I believe they probably scared of her. I mean, who want to be in Danny videos?
They are scared of Danny.
Danny videos get like 5,000 to 6,000 streams. One video, you get 5,000 to 6,000 streams. It could be midnight and it's 500 people in the chat.
Yeah.
On 10.
Yeah.
I would not want to be in the Soul Glow commercial.
Right.
If I see a bonnet in this next logo video, I'm gonna pass right out.
Or some cool Mod glasses.
Oh, child, I'm gonna pass out.
So let me ask you this: which family member of Danny's was doxxed?
We don't know.
Okay.
And even if, listen, the girl raised a good point. She said, well, what if she was Monica's relative? I was like, oh, I ain't never think of that. But even if she is, it still doesn't. What does it do if she was to come out and say, you know what, I am related to Monica?
Right.
Like, where do we go from there? We just want to see this thing wrap up. Honestly,
my money is a Bojangles lady. We're gonna make some Bojangles.
Yes.
I think it's the Bojangle too because
me too.
I think it's the Bojangles because for a corporation to make a public service announcement about something that's going on YouTube, that was to get it.
See, I was thinking it was I said I would never say her name, but the MT.
Oh, the Tober.
No.
Yes. No.
No. She said it was a family member.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, you would think it'd be about what the things that MT went through. But no, when you think about the investigation, because I was tuned in too.
Royal Blue Terror bought that letter out. I felt so relieved and vindicated. So after that letter came out, I received inbox from somebody. I ain't never even been on his page, Sean Davy Way. And he was talking to me, telling me, I've heard some things about you and I'd like to give you an interview on Station Head. And, the Root, she wants to make amends with you and stuff like that. And I told him she's the one that set me up and, put Evie on me, her and Sunny Days. They the one that set me up. And then he said, but no, I really like your content. And I just want to, you can get more subscribers if you come over there with me and let me do this interview. And I was like, I never spoke to this dude. All of a sudden, he reaching out to me and he told me that, you have to understand that the people you follow, you can get a reputation. I said, oh, that's what this is about. I am a basement bitch. I just need y'all to know that. I am a gem. I am whoever I want to follow. And I'm not going to, and then I said, well, let me check into it for real. I texted him back and said, I'm sick. I don't want to do any interview. I'm not going to do that because this girl has nothing to say to me and she's rebranding her page, but she's going on other people's, sites and, doing her dirt under that Station Head. And I don't even have Station Head. I don't have anything but YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And I'm not going to get involved in that. And I'm going to continue to do, try to build bridges with people and be positive. And you know what I'm saying? I want to move forward.
Right.
And I'm just happy that, that letter that, Royal Blue Terror got, that solidified everything that I thought that there was probably some mental incapacities in her head. You know what I'm saying? But for you to, as a woman of God, to come after me because two women told you to do this, because those are the two that's making the assignments. They're assigning people. And I don't like that. I really don't like it. And I'm just going to keep my nose clean.
That's what my grandfather used to always say to me. You keeping your nose clean?
Yeah, it's really crazy. I mean, the bunny reached out to me making threats. I'm saying, what the hell is going on? I mean, nothing derogatory was said about her.
And
So,
what's she gonna do?
Right. I'm sure that they're gathering receipts. I'll have a video in a week or so, or even this weekend, I'm sure.
And that's only gonna make them look bad because if you knew this, you could have said it. Now it just looks like nothing but retaliation. So it's not gonna hit nothing.
But that's what they do, retaliation. That's exactly what they do. Even, I did that funeral thing with Queen Tulsa. I reached out to her and apologized. It was all in fun because Queen Tulsa was trolling people pages, but I've been watching her and I've seen a difference in her that she's delivering good content. So, you have to give people chances. But yesterday, that BS girl came up right after your live, to continue to say that, I was on your page bullying EV and the way I bullied her when she came on this live. She's in this chat right now. You can believe that. The fact is, I didn't bully her. I was just saying it wasn't me. And I know why she was on me, because I'm telling you, just like she said, Marcella was my friend. Marcella was your friend that you could have called on the telephone after you came out of your coma, instead of you went straight online. But not only that, you've been talking to SD, S, and Ruth, and you've been talking to these people, and they came out and made a video about me. She's not correcting that. She's not correcting that. But last night before I went to bed, I prayed that she just come out and say, I did this and I don't know why I did it, or they told me. These are the two people who told me, because I would never talk to her family in such an egregious way. I never spoke to them. And so, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with her, but it saddens me. I'm celebrating that I'm cleared, but I'm sad that the confusion in her whole mental state, it saddens me.
It's just suspect that if that's the case, where's the proof for her to show that this happened?
Well, she did tell me that they deleted it. She told me, when I said, she said, we deleted it. Now, it's too late, because you know what? She's going to appear with some receipt. Now,
listen, that's a receipt of what? A text that happened back then?
I don't know. I'm telling you, they're working. Do you notice that the root wasn't on yesterday? The lady that was set on you wasn't on yesterday. They're talking. They're regrouping.
Whatever they coming out with ain't hitting.
And then this BS lady, she don't know me. I don't know why she keeps talking about something with some girl named Queen of Cupcakes, or not Queen of Cupcakes, Queen of Cheesecake. I ain't seen Queen of Cheesecake in 2 years, and this girl used to be with us on the very first stuff that I used to be on. That page.
This is the thing with that. I'm not giving that person any life, because I saw before you even came on and said anything. I already peeped and smelled bullshit, because there was a lie that was told, and I'm not even gonna listen. I already know what this is about, and I know everybody's trying to get their subscribers up and their numbers up, and I understand why people are coming after certain people, and I'm not entertaining it, because I know it's a lie. I already see right through the bullcrap. The fact that she even came around and appeared on New Year's Eve, I'm not stupid. I pay attention to everything, so I wouldn't even address that, because all you're giving is promotion, and that's what's wanted.
Yeah, and you're right. I'm gonna definitely stay off of that. But
don't even mention those initials. That's promotion that the person is looking for.
But the crazy thing is, she working with my people. She working with people that we were close. The two. So Dingaling and P.
Yeah,
they were right there with it, and I was like, I can't believe that. Because
even the fact. Let me tell you something. When I saw that, and then the next morning, you're gonna lie and say that YouTube deleted the video. That was it for me. And she looked way too comfortable and familiar. Okay. And me knowing the position, the role that Sunny Days play, and me knowing what other roles people play, I don't even trust nothing. And then you came out with that lie the next day talking about YouTube. YouTube ain't take down a goddamn thing, because I have that video that live recorded. There's nothing in that. YouTube didn't take that down. YouTube don't take videos down like that. That's not how it works. That's a lie. And once that lie was told, I don't believe nothing else. It's all suspicious to me. So nobody can tell me nothing about that. Maybe they could argue about something else with that whole situation, but that right there, nobody can talk to me about that, because I saw that and heard that lie with my own ears.
And you know what's so funny? It came out that the thing started with Evie, y'all, on the first year of my anniversary being online. I had announced it like 2 weeks, we're going to have a celebratory party on this day. It'll be my first year online. And guess what? That was the day that Evie came out and said that stuff. And everything we had planned was bucket listed the same day.
Yeah.
So I'm I'm going to support who I want to. I always have told people to support. I'm going to come on today. I'm going to speak a little bit on it, you know, but I'm ignoring Evie from now on. You know, somebody just asked me, did I see what she wrote in the community post? I'm not going to even watch. It's sad. It's sad that you said that you're going to stay off and heal and whatever you got to get together. But then that letter from last night, what I saw on Royal Blue Terror, that was an eye opener. You just don't know. I was just sweating all over my body because this is what needed to come out. This was what needed to be. This connected the dots. She was willing to do all this because 2 younger women told her to do it, younger than her.